Let's get into a recipe. Now that you've got the Valentine's gift sorted, you know, people are happy in your life. Can we just make them breakfast, please? Especially if they perhaps do not like lactose. We've got something that's just going to give them something different, which is fantastic. So stand by for a quick and easy recipe. Even we can make it. So let's go for it for a second now. Now, if you are lactose intolerant and, you know, but you also miss the creaminess, it happens to the best of us. Milk-based breakfasts are fantastic. However, there is an alternative for you. We are making lactose-free pup drizzled with peanut butter. Hello. The star of the show making this all possible is Clover No-Lac lactose-free milk, and we're going to show you how. Now, Ralph, what we have to do is get ourselves mobilized and ready. So what we have is in the pot, we've got rolling water boiling already, but we're going to need 2 cups of no-lac to make sure the creaminess is there.
This is the thing, and I was wondering how we're going to do this, how we're going to get the creaminess in without dairy, but come through with the no-lac, baby.
I'm going to hook you up. So
this
is where we're going here. We're going to do we're going to do 2 cups of no-lac in the recipe.
Beautiful.
One of them is going to go into our rolling water boiling over there. So I want you to open that up, and of course, I want you to drop
so one's going
just
into...
about a cup.
All right, so I'm going to just eye this for today.
You know what? This is how we roll.
Yeah, that's how we roll, bro.
That's it.
Like, what's a cup's like 250 mils,
That's
more or less?
Exactly. You know that. And I mean...
And perfect.
That's the done. And that's going to go in a rolling boil.
239 mils, but it should be okay, I think. So that's on a boil with some water, and we'll let that go. Now we've got to get to the rest of the good stuff, and that's obviously our pup, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with trying to get another cup in here, because...
Eyeball it again.
Eyeball it again. That's about 190, 220. Bang!
As you pour that, right, so Clover No-Lac milk is a lactose-free milk. That'll give you all the dairy goodness that, you know, Raul's been talking about the creaminess. It's going to come through for you. And finally, free you from the horrible side effects of bloating that happens sometimes. Now, Clover No-Lac milk will give you the freedom to make dairy-based meals and desserts that everyone can enjoy together, which is vitally important. You don't need, you know, a lot, but you do need creaminess. But you don't need the lactose in this, and that's why no-lac is a perfect alternative for you. Great, so you want to make that creamy, and then don't forget your water.
I was just going to say, no,
so actually added a little bit of water.
Full discllaimer, added a little bit of extra no-lac just for that.
I don't mind,
just for that goodness, but can you blame me? Can you? What sort of consistency do you go for just before you actually get this one in there?
And then your salt as well. Like you want to make sure that you get your salt sorted in there as well. You popped it in there, right?
Popped a pinch, but you want to get some more in here?
That's please, a little pinch of salt. That's fine. Don't be shy of the salt there. It's not going to cause too much of a flavor interjection there. It's going to be nice.
But listen, the consistency is looking good, man. It's coming together.
Forward, that's what you're looking. There we go.
Look at that. All right, so consistency is looking good, like we said. Does this meet your approval? Do you think this one's ready? Or do you want to get a little bit more some in here? I think it's
looking great, but now it needs to go into that bowl over there.
Yeah, so
important.
My most important thing right now is I think if you get this mixture right before popping it in, you limit yourself from getting those clusters, you know, those dust clusters that you sometimes bite into.
Yeah.
So I really think if you work this stage correctly, you can eliminate that process, and just like that. Can we just talk about how easy it is to actually work with no-lac once again? Man,
it's
making this a breeze. All right, so I'll mix that up in there, Carlitos.
And then just keep on going with that stir, please, until it gets to a very good consistency.
All right.
And the thing is, what we want to do is top that with a lid. 30 minutes, the pup will cook through, of course. We're going to plate it. And what we'll do is add a bit of sugar to taste, but more importantly, the peanut butter we're going to marble through with a skewer or a spoon, and it's going to make it decadent and delicious and creamy without the lactose, thanks to
marble through that. Man, I can tell you the smell here is so good. I wish we could fast forward into time just to show them what it looks like. Oh, we can. All right. It's sorted. Well, it smells delicious. It looks absolutely incredible. And how can you resist this? Come on. All creamed up. Without the dairy.
Fantastic. I mean, you want to just take a spoon of that, but to make those lactose-free breakfast pup, or this particular recipe at home, you can get the full recipe and ingredients list on expressoshow.com. And if you suspect you are lactose intolerant, then give no-lac a try and free yourself from awful bloating and nausea, and don't compromise on incredible breakfasts like this.
Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with no-lac's range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.